Alright, so I don't know, I guess a lot of people maybe don't know where to get ft8 or how to do ft8. One of the problems that I find is that if you go in and you search WSJTX, or you search ft8, you're going to come across a lot of different pages, and they're all kind of confusing. And so WSJT, let's go back. So they'll usually say Princeton, okay? WSJTX. Okay, so you'll find this at SourceForge page IO. There's another one that was like on Princeton something. Anyway, yeah, right here. Here's the home page. It's on Princeton EDU. Okay, this is where most of you guys are probably gonna find it, and it's kind of confusing. So, let me see. Click on the program development page. See. So I think what they've basically tried to do is they've tried to move it. A new version is available. They're always coming up with new versions. So you go to the one on SourceForge, looks like the old one. So you go down through here, click on where it says WSJTX over here, because the X is not just, they don't do just like one. There's multiple ones. And once you come to that page, it starts talking about FST4, FT4, FT8, JT4, JT9, JT65, MSK144, and Whisper, and Echo, and all these other different modes that actually this software is actually capable of doing. So you're gonna read about the most recent ones here when you look at the page. Keep scrolling through, keep going, and then you're gonna find your installation. You'll click on that. It'll take you to this download page. It will start downloading it, and it's really pretty much that simple as far as downloading it. Okay, so once it finishes, I've already accidentally downloaded it twice, but then you'll click on here if you're on Windows. Next, agree. If I'm using an old version of Windows 7, I might run into some problems. We'll see. Okay, so it's going to start like this. You go over here. So now let's just assume that you don't have cat control. So you're going to go over here to the settings. You're going to put your call sign in here, and you're going to put your grid in here, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and put mine in here. Okay. Now you might want to get your like very specific grid. You check all this other stuff. There's some other things here that you might want to do. So go to radio. So depending on what radio you're using, or if you're not using a radio, or however you're doing it, or if you're using a signal link. For me, I think the easiest way is to use the signal link, but mine finally died. So some particular radios are really easy to use, like the 991 Yaesus, the 7300s, the 710s, the Zygo X6100s. They're all pretty simple, but the rest of this stuff is very radio specific. If you're going to use the signal link, you need to find it on your COM port. and set up all this stuff to do PTT. If you're going to use Vox, you set that up. So then the next thing you need to do is, if you are using a signal link, it'll be in here underneath that. So whatever you plug into here will be in there. You'll set that up. I'm going to leave blank because I'm going to be using something else. Also, there's some TX macros reporting. So I like to use PSK reporter. So I want to enable PSK reporter, which is right over here. And I don't think there's anything else you really need. You can change the colors of what they mean, but this is kind of like a legend. There's also some other function where I found it doesn't necessarily work, but so you're calling somebody, and then somebody calls on top of you, and it kicks you out of the queue. And I think maybe I'm trying to remember where it might be. It doesn't usually work anyway. Monitor off startup, double click on sets TX enable. I like to have that. Let's see, there was another one that okay, I like to allow TX frequency changes while transmitting. If I find out I'm in the middle of transmitting and I'm right on top of somebody, I'll click on the waterfall and I'll move where I'm at. So there was something else where it was like something to do with when two people are transmitting. But I'm not seeing it here. Log automatically, contacting only. I'm not seeing it. I don't know where it would be. I thought it was in the advanced tab, but it's not. So we just click OK. And it's going to tell me that because I haven't set up the audio. So once you get everything set up, you're just going to control this. Is going to be your slider over here for the audio going into the radio, which will change the power setting. I like to do is set my maximum power, that way I can roll it back from here. And there's a bunch of other little things about it, but basically this is like quick, simple, like how to find this thing, how to download it, how to install it on your computer, just the basic stuff you're gonna need to do. Once you get it going, you'll click monitor on here. You'll see this thing down here. So that's about it, guys.